Hi, I'm Kelly Rowlett-Presgrave. I'm president and CEO of Work With Your Hands, and we are so proud to be a sponsor of Power Women of the Trades podcast. You can reach us at workwithyourhands.com. Kelly at workwithyourhands.com is my email.
At Relentless Digital, we believe in breaking barriers and driving innovation. That's why we are extremely proud to sponsor the Power Women of the Trades podcast, supporting the voices and success of women in the home service industry. Together, we're creating a future where talent shines regardless of gender and diversity thrives. Join our journey at relentless-digital.com and always be relentless in your pursuit of excellence.
This episode of Power Women of the Trades is also brought to you by Forrest Perry of Forrest Perry Digital Marketing. Want to generate more leads for your service business? Trust his team to deliver quality new customer leads and protect your brand online. Check out perrymarketing.com today.
Chirp, the ultimate automation toolbox for home service businesses. Chirp helps you capture more leads, connect faster, close more deals, and create customers for life. Through text message, email, and ringless voicemail automation, Chirp can help you transform your customer's experience. Learn more in the show notes below.
Welcome to Power Women of the Trades podcast. This show is all about breaking barriers and changing the game. Our guests will feature some of today's most successful female entrepreneurs and other advocates of our industry as well. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, female-led entrepreneurship drives change on multiple levels. We want to empower women in the trade industry like you so you can maximize your potential, stay balanced, achieve long-term success, and claim ownership over your life. Let's get started.
I think it's awesome, though, to be able to find a group.
We can say our names and just our companies. We don't have to make it weird. Well, I'm Leslie, Champion Plumbing in Oklahoma City.
I'm Dayna with CNC Heating and Air Conditioning out of Detroit, Michigan.
Amanda with Air Control Home Services out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
And Cassie with Quality Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I'm Devynn with Thompson Family Plumbing out of Hesperia, California.
Yeah.
I loved your post the other day about don't cut your call center.
Yeah.
You know, times are going to get really lean.
Yeah.
Like, do not cut there.
There's so much right now with AI that's talking about AI, and there's so many people that are just like AI and we don't need this and banking. I won't have to answer the phone and we'll have to do this. No, girl, you have to still answer the phone, because how many times have you been on the other side of the AI?
I can't even. I know what you're talking about. I can't even visualize what they're talking about with call booking with AI.
It's called Air AI.
Have you tried it?
No.
Is it so?
But I want to schedule a demo.
Just because
I'm interested. I want to see.
Well, right. I can't even wrap my head around. There's so many nuances to how we book our calls now.
But you have to be able to be relational, just like the people like
is
in
it a
our
voice?
community.
Are you saying is it a robot?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I think
they
it's
can
like
change voices on TV now.
But it's like
a robot voice?
It's a robotic voice, but it sounds like
a
you
person.
can
this
use your own
is
voice.
honestly
It's kind of scary.
Actually, like Robin Williams' daughter was just in the news, like she's pissed because AI has recreated Robin Williams' voice, and she doesn't
say things, so it sounds
like you can do that. But it's like, but at the end of the day, there's only so much AI can be taught, And
it
AI doesn't know that
part of the problem.
AI doesn't know that the Little League just won the football team yesterday and you're the coach or whatever. We create those relationships within our companies and our call centers. Like,
that's what makes it special.
That your customer service is like the biggest piece of your company, and most
and your call center is the front line.
We have
first impression.
Our company is I'm so hardcore about the customer experience in our call center. We changed that perspective a couple years ago because I think a lot of companies make a mistake when they hire a receptionist, and we don't hire receptionists. We hire like salespeople. You have to have sales experience and understand that, because we're booking a call. They understand the priorities and what we're chasing after, but how can I be that passionate about what they need to do and just be like, AI could replace you? I just don't think they can deliver this. AI could ever deliver that.
I wonder if I've talked to AI and I don't know it.
I don't know. I bet I have, and I've been pissed. When I come off the phone pissed, I'm like, it was AI.
Mandy has a really good new CSR. She called me on an outbound, a week and a half ago? Because I was due for maintenance, and she killed it. She was like, "What's the age of your unit?" She was like, "How many units?" Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "Girl, you are." And I know how outbounds are hard, right? Very hard. She did a great job.
I love that when people recognize too, because
Devynn texted me right away. She's like, "Jordan's amazing."
Brian Redding used to live in our market, and we did his HVAC, and they would outbound him all the time. And finally, he was like, "Hey, I moved, or whatever." But it was like. He's like, I always appreciated that they did that. Like, he messaged and gave them some credit, because outbounds are not fun.
No, it's hard. It's a weak area.
You know what's funny, though, is I remember at last super meeting, being at one of the breakouts, and you stood up and you're like, I will put my call center up against anybody. When I ran into you downstairs, my brother's like, that was her. And like, that spurred a whole change in our company of like, we need to get our call center rock.
See my big old mouth.
They're unsung heroes.
Yeah.
The technicians are the ones that get their names in the reviews because they're the ones that leave the last impression. But that's why the first impression has to be so strong.
But you can send out a review request for your CSR immediately, and that'll help your reviews too.
Good idea. And Kaylee, she works for quality, but she knows now, right? I still say that I will put our call center up against anyone, because it's like they have to be your pride. If we're getting the calls, and we can blame it on. We always want to put blame somewhere, right? Everyone wants to put blame, but most of the time it's not. If you have a properly trained call center, it's never our call center. I can tell you that for sure, right? Where our call issue, our lack of revenue, is a conversion or average ticket. It's not that call center, because they made sure to work their butt off. And then when the tech calls and is like, we can't take the rest of these calls today, I'm like, do you know how hard that call center worked? They're like, yeah, we're going to run them. I'm like, you're going to have to look at all three of them tomorrow when they know that you had to dip out on some calls because you took whatever, but it's important that every person in your company has to know they're important.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people make that mistake where it's like, well, I'm just a CSR. I'm like, no, girl, you are not just a CSR. You're the life and blood of this place.
One of the hardest roles in the whole company as a CSR. I mean, because you're dealing with calls coming in constantly, and then you're dealing with the complaints, and then trying to get them in the schedule, and dealing with dispatch,
and sometimes knowing they may not actually make it out to the house, but you have to book it anyways, and then call them back later.
And customers are more ballsy on the phone than in person, so they'll call and like talk
when the technician comes out, they gotta smile.
No, you just ripped the CSR. I listened to that call.
Makes me so crazy when we'll prep them in the notes on the the job summary, and be like, the customer's heated, blah blah blah, whatever, and then they call and they're like, everything was fine, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But sometimes that's the difference in the female and the male, and often it's, unfortunately, and I think we have to continue to help change this, because I'm sometimes this with other, not in our trade, of like something else, I get frustrated, and I'm the woman on the other end of the phone yelling at the woman. But how many times have you had a customer on the phone that's yelling at you as the woman, and you hand it to a male in the office, and it just diffuses?
That's true.
That is true. So that happens a lot when we send our male technicians to that upset customer, that they just ripped and yelled and screamed at our CSRs who are female, and then we show up, and I'm like, oh,
he's the knight in shining armor. You're the wicked witch.
You're the wicked witch, and that sucks, because then most often it's us as women who did that. And so sometimes I was really frustrated the other day with a ticket company that I was getting tickets from, and I was so mad. My friends texted me earlier making fun of me, and I was like, I know, I was literally that customer on the end. Like, I was so mad about how the tickets were handled, but it's like human nature, but you have to find some growth of like what your people go through.
Yes. Yeah.
Most businesses' online presence is boring, and by being boring, they're losing out on potential sales and customers. Being interesting and exciting is what draws customers in and gets them to buy from you. But it's hard to be interesting online when you're focused on running your business and taking care of your customers. It doesn't have to be this way. We have the key to unlocking the solution to your problem. Key Heart Marketing can help take your business from boring to brilliant on social media. We can vouch for them. They run our podcast socials. If you want to have a strong social media presence, that allows customers to know, like, and trust you. Connect with Key Heart Marketing at keyheartmarketing.com.
I just am like super thankful for, I have to say, Nexstar for helping facilitate the group for us, because again, I don't know.
And I just think we have the best group.
Yes.
Yeah. And even if like,
this is what I wanted.
This is what it was supposed to be.
You manifested this?
Yeah.
She did. She kept messaging me. I'm like,
I literally did my BPW with Rami on site, and I knew like the 5 people that I would want to ask.
That is right, because it was your BPW was in December last year, so I think our first meeting was January.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And she's like, we're gonna do this, and I'm like, we already have I love groups of women, but like we already have each other. She's like, we're doing it, okay, and I'm like, whatever. But I think Nexstar did a good job placing us together.
Yeah, I agree.
And then even knowing like sometimes we're gonna miss our meeting or whatever, but no matter what, we always have our lifeline of our message, and
that's been huge, because you can just like, if you're going through something, send a quick message, and somebody in the group will respond pretty quick,
or someone's just been through it.
Yes.
And it's things you never thought you'd be asking.
Right. And then I think a few times I've just like said something and then just like left the message because I just needed to say it. You know what I mean? And like y'all might be saying something back and I haven't read it, but I just needed to say it, so I didn't say it to someone else. You know?
That's good for you.
It is good for me.
We could be that person.
She's literally like, delete it. Delete the message.
Our conversations are pretty diverse. We'll have a little bit of gossip in there every once in a while. Like, we're like, what happened with this? And then we're like, yeah, cool. And then we're like, what do you think about this company or this product? Have you guys used this? So it's nice.
Yeah. I think it's funny too that you say the gossip, because someone's going to be like, yeah, I knew it. But you know what? You know who is worse at gossiping? You know who's worse at gossiping? Are these tradesmen.
Oh, and they're feuds too.
Yeah,
it's just,
literally. It's not
it's entertaining. It's so entertaining. It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. It's like, and the ones that are happening sometimes in the Facebook groups, and I'm just like, bro.
I love it. I
love it.
If you're a Nexstar member, we they were super again. I keep saying super. We've determined that maybe I'm saying super a lot because we're a super meeting. We really think you should reach out to who's in charge.
Connection coach.
The connection
Pam or
coach.
Kim.
Get into a PBOD, personal board of directors, whether it is a mixed group or a all-female group.
Dayna, is it a P?
No, it is just like the acronym
PBOD.
Yeah.
Oh, all together.
BOD, but with a P. B.
Yes.
Oh, it's rough for me. But if you're a Nexstar member, you should reach out to your connections coach to do that. If you're not a Nexstar member, try to find yourself a group.
This has been Power Women of the Trades. Like what you hear so far? Leave us a review on Apple. And make sure to listen to our other episodes wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.